I want to touch on the current state of fitness culture from my perspective and the challenges that come along with it. The topics we cover on here ultimately boil down to things that can be implemented into our lives, so touching on the surrounding aspects of health and wellness is worthwhile. Let me start by saying that I think the uptick in fitness focus over the last 20 to 30 years is overall very positive. The notion of taking control of different aspects of self through physical activity is excellent and, in my opinion, can lead to a more thoughtful and caring population. That being said, a multitude of factors have played into fitness becoming quite unattainable and exclusive. To avoid generalizations, I'll be speaking primarily about the 15 to 30 age range in the United States. The culprit and kind of backbone to this issue is social media. While rooted in good intention, the very premise of social media makes it inherently flawed and doomed to propagate exclusion in the online fitness space. Because revenue is dependent on viewer amount and engagement, content creators are left with no choice but to create algorithm optimizing content. This means pumping out really impressive and exciting videos that highlight the extremes of the fitness industry. These things are extremely fun to watch, which is why they are so successful. It is not the fault of the creators or the platforms, but more so kind of an implication of them existing at the same time. Content like this builds really tight-knit cliques in the fitness world, effectively raising the barrier of entry to others outside of these groups. If someone new to health and wellness wanted to become involved in such communities, it would be very difficult to do so without becoming really overwhelmed by the kind of polarizing opinions and stern fitness philosophies that kind of govern the space. Modern fitness culture kind of scares newcomers away, making it really hard to get a foot in the door and, at the end of the day, hurting everybody. It hurts everybody, but especially hurts people that want to get involved into fitness for motives like mental health instead of for appearance or raw strength. This is because their intentions do not align with the intentions of the majority of kind of fitness philosophies found online. The online fitness space also creates unrealistic standards and often build unattainable images about body and performance. The interconnectedness of the internet constantly exposes us to professionals with pristine physical genetics, enhancements in editing and perfect lighting. This creates widespread insecurity, not just in the consumers, but in the producers as well. This kind of creates a negative feedback loop that just gets worse and worse. Influencers double down on this and continually detach themselves more and more from the common person. Sure, maybe X routine is optimal, but there are shades of intensity in health and wellness. These kind of all or nothing mentality ignores the needs and practical situations of 99% of people in the world, demotivating them from even trying in the first place. I think this kind of toxic cycle of profit-driven insecurity is apparent on the interpersonal level as well. Gyms and studios are often considered really kind of intimidating and judgmental spaces. This sort of culture assumes that everybody started under the exact same circumstance with the exact same genetics and have the exact same goals for the future. Obviously, this is something that couldn't be further from the truth. Considering that, just decades ago, the majority of the fitness industry was focused exclusively on low-calorie diets and exercises for weight loss, it has certainly came a long way. But I think that it's really important to keep kind of talking about the issues in the space and, kind of create a path for fitness being a really accessible pillar of good mental and physical health, kind of widely accessible and easy to become involved with on both a logistical and a personal level. All these things being said, I implore you to try and see through the kind of current layers of the fitness industry and take it for what it really is. You are a human designed to move and interact with your environment. Don't let, the fitness industry intimidate you and deprive you of something that is just so innate to your very being. Fitness doesn't have to be a quest to deadlift 1,000 pounds, do crazy treadmill workouts, or have washboard abs. More often than not, this kind of tunnel vision of kind of extreme grind goals can result in less benefit than if someone just started small and consistent. Fitness is not an easy kind of path, but it is a journey that can be taken at your own pace in compounding and sustainable ways.